Yeah, I think everything's recording, dude.
I think monitors are up.
Monitors might be up. Oh, a little bit. Not much. We'd have got away with it.
We'd have got away.
But better to have them off.
Oh, liberal hell.
Having to not line up the audio in the background is really nice, you know?
It is. It is.
It's nice to be able to just go, mute, there we go, don't gotta worry about it. Okay, get us in here. Let's do it.
Welcome back.
Tuesday.
307 Reacts.
Well, it's Tuesday for us. But
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
a Wednesday
for you guys. Yeah, Tuesday for us. But you know, we shoot like 6 episodes in 2 days or something like that. So that's how we do it around here. That's great. That's also
anyway,
how we do it around here. Speaking of how we do it,
this is Matt. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. We are reactors. We do pause from time to time. So if you want to watch the video completely uninterrupted, the link is down in the description below.
Always.
And while you're down there, we have affiliate links. We have a PayPal. We have all sorts
Patreon.
of different ways to support us.
Yes.
The Patreon's been really interesting. It's been a lot of fun. Been a lot of mechanic stuff on there lately, which, you know, some of you guys seem to enjoy. You're like, hey, didn't know that amount of bullshit went into such a simple job.
Spoiler alert, there's going to be more mechanic stuff on there because we have big projects coming up and things like that, and a lot of it involves automotive work. So it's not all that. There's like, you know, I'm working on, as we speak, I'm working on like a fishing video. I just got to get more content for it, things like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to help us out, jump over there. If you want to help us out without having to pay any money or anything like that, just hit the subscribe button. That's literally it. Like that, it gives us everything. It costs you nothing. It gives us everything. It helps us with the algorithm. It helps us get our word out there and things like that. So like that's really all you got to do.
So
what are we doing?
We are watching Theo Von saying some crazy stuff without flinching.
Theo
2023.
Von got to be one of my favorite comedians of all time, dude.
So just off the wall.
I've watched so much of his. I love his podcast. I guess.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the name of it is, but it comes up on my. This past weekend.
Yeah.
Comes up on my Spotify all the time. I love watching it, dude.
So funny.
I've watched him on Rogan. I've seen his specials. Like, dude,
his stuff with Rogan was
brilliant,
oh my
dude.
God,
so hilarious, dude. Him, of course, him and Rogan, dude.
His interview with Mike Rowe was something else.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
You guys, if you guys want us to react to the Mike Rowe one, it's a little bit longer. We'll react to it live. You just have to let us know.
There you go. That's your task. Let us know in the comments. Let's just get into it, shall we? Here we go.
Sorry. Good evening.
What?
I'm happy to be here tonight, so I'll say it. I will say it. God, dude, the fucking French, man. People are rude in France, man. I said hello to a guy. He said no.
What is this get up, dude?
So, who wants one of these handbags? You want one? Oh, God, baby. There you go, buttercup. What else, dude? Not much. My sister's been fucking this guy. I wouldn't fuck her.
God.
So I just don't see what he sees, you know, it's... But thankfully there's laws, you know, so... What else? Are we done?
Oh, God.
Oh, I'll tell you what happened was, my cousin got bit by a gay guy.
He's like, that's it.
So we'll see.
The first money I made on Instagram was $10,000 for a post. Guess what item you think it was? I had to promote.
Let me think.
So it was a girl idol.
Oh, like a vibrator. Sexual. A gun. No, like a recipe book.
Where are you getting this, dude?
What was it?
You know, I grew up around some fucking real crazy poor white people. You know, the dude, they had a dude in our town, no arms, used to fucking fight everybody. You know that dude. You know what I'm saying? He'd get you in that lurch. He would catch you with between his chin and his chest. He would fucking snack you like a snake. And he'd choke you down.
He had no arms.
No arms at all. And he'd fight anybody, dude. and he would choke you. He would.
So if you went to
The whole family was fucking.
he could choke you out.
Psychos, bro. Brother had sharpened half of his teeth on one side of his mouth, dude. These people would fuck you up. One of the kids was in a wheelchair, they never taught him to walk, I think. I don't even think he was crippled. They just never taught him to walk.
God.
And so the other brother would carry him on his back everywhere, like a backpack, dude, and didn't even give a fuck. Somebody, one time when I was in...
I mean, these are only stories that you'll hear in the South.
And,
And that's what I loved about talking to old guys down South is they would have some just... Like, what... How is this... No, number one, it's too bizarre for you to just make up, okay? And number two... Who are these people? Like
it's like, that's just it. It's like if he is making that up, that's like on a Harry Mack level of like coming up with random shit, dude. Yeah. Like how do you even like? And some of it might be a little bit exaggerated. Obviously, he's a comedian. Comedians like to exaggerate about some things, right?
Well, it's a lot easier to pick a subject and then exaggerate.
Right. So some of the like some of his factual data might be a little inflated, things like that. But like at the root of it, it comes from. I'm sure it's all coming from real experiences.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a guy.
I guarantee
in his town
there was probably a dude in his town
arms
that was just like trying to bully everybody.
Fucking crazy.
I bet I would believe it. I would believe that, especially coming from where he grew up, like you said.
Oh yeah,
down south, man.
Deep South.
That deep South gets a little cray down there.
A backpack, dude, and didn't even give a fuck. Somebody one time when I was in college sent me a picture of two old men and they were naked in a room. I remember getting this email.
Oh, Lemon Party.
And
I've probably seen the same image.
And they had a kid like sitting on a bed.
No, I haven't seen that image.
Right? And in my mind, I'd never thought about old people and children and sex, or anything wild like that. Wait. So I remember seeing it and be like, oh, this is fucking hilarious. I remember seeing it and be like, what a crazy idea. Like, everybody is naked, and so like life is naked. This is just it's almost like an art. Like this is how people, it's it's like this is when they're old and this is when they're young and these guys are, watching TV or whatever, I thought. So I sent it to everybody I knew. I was like, guys, this is so silly.
This is so silly.
And dude, I remember like 2 years later running into an ex-girlfriend and she goes, well, what have you been up to with your life, right? She goes, yeah, well, nobody will forget that time that you sent that picture of two old men and a naked kid to everybody. Virgin power is so strong, bro.
Is it?
Virgin. Oh, dude.
That's crazy.
Here we go.
Somebody parked a Volkswagen Rabbit on this guy's leg one time outside of our schoolhouse, and I saw a virgin fucking lift it right off his leg.
Wild.
Yo, and this was in fucking... Who knows when it was?
Every scene is from like the movie Powder. That's amazing.
What are you talking about?
Every scene of your life.
Stories like that?
I've never seen a virgin pick up a car.
Yeah.
They pick up AK-47s now. Virgins now are picking up AR-15s. Hopefully they start picking up cars again. That would be nice.
They need to start passing out some pussy then, bro.
I agree with you.
Because they're shutting down all the pussy, bro. That's who's doing it. Get a bunch of mushrooms, and we didn't... I don't know. We weren't really in the race or anything, but at one point we took over a table. Somebody had a table where they had all the cups of water, and we took it over right in the middle. And I'm just flying on mushrooms at this point, dude. I'm looking. The Lord's looking for me, and I'm looking for Him. We're gonna meet up that afternoon. But and people were running by in this race. It's tens of thousands of people in this race. And when they get close, someone would try to get the water, and we'd be like, no, it's for Asian people only. So you had so many people, and they're running. They have to keep going. There's a huge flow of people. They can't argue or discuss it.
Right.
You'd be like, oh, it's Asians only. And they're like, and they just keep on
passing out from dehydration a quarter mile down the road.
All these Irish people stacking up at the curb at the next turn, just boom, boom. And Asian people were just so happy,
super hydrated.
Bro, one time I was with this girl, and I was so drunk, bro. She was driving us, and I had to puke so bad, and I just took my hat off my head, filled it, just vomited right into it. Right? Just threw it right out the window and just kept talking like nothing had happened, bro. It'll cure Down syndrome, bro. I beat it.
What? You beat it?
Well, there's a lot of rumors in my town that I beat Down syndrome.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's inspiring, man.
That's how I felt when I heard them, because I didn't start them. You check any Native American's car, you always find gin and femurs or something. They love...
I love the look on the host's face, right, when he said...
Any Native American's car, you always find...
He's like, don't...
Where are we going with this? No.
Don't say it.
What are we going to do here?
Like, what's going on?
On gin and femurs or something. They love... They keep the dead with them a lot of times. I almost knocked this unfortunately almost knocked this young lady up that was from South Dakota. And she lived on a reservation, yeah.
Oh.
And she like threatened to have the baby.
Damn, how old were you?
37 this year.
Was this year?
It was this year. And she wouldn't even be cool. She threatened to have the baby.
How old were you? 37. It was this year. He just goes along with the asking the age. He's like, yeah, I was 37. Well, I mean, it was this year, so like I was instead of just going, oh, dude, this just happened.
Yeah.
Instead of like most normal people would just be like, oh, dude, this happened
this was
like a few months ago. Yeah. He was just like, oh no, I was 37. It was this year.
this year.
Like I'm 37 right now. You could see the host just like,
oh shit,
he's got his hand over his mouth, like, oh fuck.
These two guys, they have a couple episodes together, and I forget the host's name, but dude,
we're gonna get
so
railed in
good.
the comments for that. I know you guys are probably like, how do you not know the hosts? Well, you know, the same thing happens with the Shred Collab, and anytime there's recognizable people on the screen, we never know.
Yeah.
And you guys always do, so that's just a thing. That's a running theme on our channel. Here we go.
It is.
We're just not good. That's how it works.
He wouldn't even be cool. She threatened to have the baby, dude, and I just met her at a motel.
Look, the bottom line is people are without hair. You see him all the time. Will Smith's husband. He lost it.
So did you do like the open mic circuit in LA?
Yeah,
That was it was supposed to be an ad during his podcast for it was like what are those hair growth
Hymns
things
or something like that.
Yeah, he said, look at Will Smith's husband. He lost it. And then he just moves on with the episode like nothing.
That was smooth. That was
so
smooth,
good.
Theo. You think he still got the ad rev for that?
Oh yeah. They sold a bunch.
I was gonna
that
say,
day.
I mean, yeah, their traffic probably went up after that, to be honest.
yeah,
To be fair, yeah.
He lost it.
So did you do like the open mic circuit in LA?
Yeah, started doing open mics here.
Like at Marty's or where? Like at the
They had a
Comic
place.
Meltdown and stuff?
No, they had a place over on the west side of town. I lived.
Yeah.
I was sleeping under. A buddy of mine had a bed, and I was sleeping under his bed for $150 a month.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes even in his bed, sometimes when he would be out of town or when he would leave for work, I'd climb up into his bed, dude. And I've never been heavily homosexual, but I will say this: that there's nothing really gayer than getting into a man's warmth after he's already left the room, you know, and climbing up into his bed. A man you don't even really know that much, but still catching that hit off of his temperature, you know? It's true, man.
Yeah.
If you want to feed a family of 4, you can't have just one owl. I will say that. God.
Oh yeah, that was on Joe Rogan.
It was. That's yeah.
Show me love. You know somebody who can show me love. Hey, please let me through this.
Oh, that's also on Rogan.
Somebody who can show me love.
Well, you jack off when you were young. I mean, I remember if I saw like I remember my buddy's mom had a brassiere one time that she would leave hanging in the bathroom, and I'd just go in there and
The brassiere?
Oh, bro, I would tie it around my fucking face so that each cup like came over, like
Oh, wow, that's
right,
some weird
left
shit.
a little bit of nose, but the nostrils were covered. So just the middle.
Oh, this.
Just that nape,
This
bro.
it's almost like that Versace, the Killing Versace shit. Where
What's that? Your
like,
nose taint? What is this thing? That little
Your nose
part?
tank.
your septum.
No, it's your naint, isn't it?
A little bit. A little bit. You'd cover up so you can almost restrict your breathing.
Oh, bro. So I had to breathe solely through these fucking these straight up titty
Booby
shields.
holders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what you used to like, huh?
those fucking milk holsters, bro. I could smell the milk. I could smell the skin. I could smell the nipple. I could smell the children. I could smell all the years of my
damn,
buddy
dude.
growing up.
What the fuck,
Bro, I could smell it all, dude.
Wow.
And it would go straight into
That's
my head.
creepy.
And that, dude, I would jerk sometimes when I was young, when I'd masturbate, I'd pass out. The time I knew I had a neighbor at one of my old places, and he had husbands or men. He, preferred the pleasure of men. And they used to get up there, and sometimes, dude, I'd be laying in bed at night listening to these men make love kind of in the distance. And damn, sometimes it was, it didn't make me erect or anything like that, but it was probably the most I ever even knew my neighbors, really, in a weird way. It's probably the closest that I got to knowing any of my neighbors.
Oh Holy shit.
was sometimes listening to this man who used to make soap. He also made soap. He was a soapsman or a sudsman. I don't even know. I could look it up on my internet's having trouble. I would and I would listen to him, and he had a couple of different partners, I think, but that's his shit, dude. That's his life.
Nah, but you're beautiful, man.
Yeah,
You're a good guy.
I appreciate it, man.
You seem like a really good guy, and I'm happy that you found a lady that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just remember seeing you guys laugh and just like being like goofy, and just seemed like I was like, man, these two kids are. Hope they don't have a child, because this child's gonna be mentally handicapped. But I also remember, because where I'm from, if you see two mentals hugging, you call the cops on them. And that was a rule when I was young. And that's true, dude. That's true. If you see two mentals hugging, you call the cops immediately, because once two mentals don't make a non-mental. Rarely do they. And it's a risk, and it's high risk, low reward. That's what they call that. You don't think I have talent? Well, let's see if I do.
Right. Yeah.
So then I just got into stand up, and I always like making people laugh. Like I used to do a similar thing when I was a child. At the lunch table, we'd get some kids who were mentals, or a couple of them might have been mentals, and a couple kids that were well, and we'd get there and sit them to make them drink milk. And then tell jokes and do stuff until one of them just blew milk out of their face.
What?
And if you get some straight up just couple mentals, boy, some straight up sawed off humans. You get them to straight up blow leche out their dome, dude.
He's just
Come
That's
on,
America
man.
right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I was like, I got some kind of a gift here. I almost blew the throat out of this one boy. Almost blew the throat out of this one boy named Tot, T-O-T was his name. Kind of a bad name too to be mentally challenged, but also easy for him to spell. And I'm not joking, that's what his father said. And easy for him to spell backward and forward. Same name, Tot. So that's true, man.
Was this guy's his name was Todd?
Why are you so laughing at him?
All right,
man.
All right, hang on, Marcus. And I guess that one's on Rob's channel. Oh, my cheeks hurt, man. I've never been to I guess I went to see I've seen Aziz Ansari. I saw him when I lived in Laramie. Who else have I seen that's like professional stand-up? It might be like one of the only ones that I've really seen like professional. Have you ever seen professional comedy?
No.
No?
One of the ones I would love to see is like Dane Cook would be really
That'd be
cool
fun.
to see.
Dane Cook in like 2000.
Yeah, in like 2009
or whenever that was. Yeah, whenever he was real popular. That would have been a good time to see him.
Yeah. The B&E story is just fucking great.
Dude. Talking about the line, like the guy making a beeline straight towards him and then him like tracing out a B, and he's like, it's less of a beeline, more of like a lowercase I line, and he like runs and then jumps for the dot. Pretty good. Yeah, dude, but I've only seen professional. I would love to see like Theo Vaughn or something like that. Someone of the likes of that, like the
best show ever would be Theo Vaughn, Dusty Slay, and
God, that would be a good one.
God, who's the other one that's kind of along their vein too?
I mean, Mitch Hedberg, he's not around anymore, but he would also fit that bill.
He would fit that bill.
It would be really cool to see a Kill Tony. Do you know what that is? It's like a comedy event. It's kind of like a comedy roasting event where I can't remember the dude's name. Tony something. They're comedians. It's like a panel of comedians. Sometimes Rogan is on it. Sometimes Theo Vaughn's on it. Sometimes they've got like a panel of 4 or 5 comedians, and they have people come up from the audience and do. I think it might be the audience. Maybe they signed up for it, but I think they signed up for it. They come up and do like 30 to 60 second bits and try and like get everybody to laugh and like see how good they are, and basically the comedians just kind of give an evaluation of how they do on their thing. It's pretty good.
That's cool.
If you got some time, look it up on YouTube. It's a good way to kill some time. And some of the comedians that get up on stage are pretty fucking good. Like they're pretty hilarious. Some of them bomb terribly, but it's really awesome to watch live professionals kind of sit there and like, yeah, okay, that wasn't very good. All right, next, and like they kind of just they delve into a little bit, but yeah, I would be really down to go see a Theo Vaughn live to see Dusty Slay Live would be really, really good. I don't know if Rogan does comedy anymore. He probably does comedy shows.
I know.
Still.
I know that he is not doing as much because he's opening up his own comedy club.
Oh, right. That's right.
So,
Yep. Forgot about that.
Yeah, that's something he's working on. As far as I know, like, I think the building's done. It's a lot of, like, handling the business and the everydays and the...
Sure.
You know, who's going to run the front counter? What are we going to... What kind of beverages are we going to serve?
Who are we going to have for opening night? That's a big decision. For Joe Rogan's Comedy Club, it better be a banger because that place is going to sell out immediately. Like, it's going to be...
Oh, for sure.
It's going to be sold out for weeks, dude. So, like, you better have some bangers coming through there, especially on your opening night. That's... Yeah, that's a business decision I don't want to have to make.
Oh, me
that's
neither.
that's big money decisions right there.
Theo Vaughn is probably one of my top favorite comedians right now. I just can't get enough.
Dude,
of
he's
so
hilarious,
funny.
man. I really like him a lot. That whole, like I said, that whole group of people. I like him. I like Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. I like all the Joe Rogan kind of hangout crew, and I consider. Theo's probably in that crew. I think he's kind of in their vein. You know, he hangs out with all those guys.
I think I'll have to look and see if I can find it. But who's that guy we were talking about? Was it Degrassi or DeGrasse?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I think he has an interview type podcast thing with Theo. He has an episode.
Okay.
Which I'll have to look at it because that's got to be.
That'd be crazy to check out.
Theo
Dude,
are on a different.
they're both very eccentric kind of like personality ish. So yeah, that'd be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so let us know down below if you guys want to see more. And then, like we said, if you guys want us to check out the Mike Rowe one, which I have seen it, Matt has not.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. If you guys want us to watch it live, let us know down below in the comments. While you're down there, be sure to smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang, and we'll see y'all next time. Bow.